It's funny the way you tell a story and everything.
Funny how? What's funny about it?
Just
What?
Just you talk funny.
You mean, let me understand this, because, maybe it's me. I'm a little fucked up, maybe, but I talk funny how? How do I talk funny? I talk funny like a clown? I amuse you?
Get the fuck out of here, Sharon.
No, we got a show to do, you stuttering prick, ya.
Welcome to We Talk Funny, a weekly hour-long podcast hosted by Sharon Pfeiffer and Joe Rubbo, a show that's less about the way they talk and more about what they talk about. WTF, a show about entertainment, celebrity, comedy, culture.
Welcome to another episode of the We Talk Funny podcast. Coming to you live, well, not really live, it's pre-recorded, but coming to you from the Podcast Junkie Studios here in Boca Raton with your producer, Ben Castro.
Woo! What's up, you guys?
Yes.
We Talk Funny. We're back.
Talk Funny. Ben, what episode is this? I don't even remember.
Oh, man.
We're like 33, I think.
I think it's 33. I should know. Actually, it
33?
is 33. Yes, it is
Lucky
33.
33. Nah, I don't know what's lucky
Double
about
three.
33.
I mean, there's
Double
just
threes?
2 threes.
I don't know. 33, though, was a good year for me. Like, when I was 33, I was smoking hot. Now I'm like almost double like twice 33, so whatever. But anyway, so let's dive right into what happened to me this week, Ben.
Let's hear
This
it.
week, very interesting on social media, which you guys know I try to be active on social media. I'm not that good at it, but I try. And I like to post, every now and then I like to post a joke or two or whatever, because even though I love doing stand-up, I don't consider myself a stand-up comedian, but I have a couple of funny jokes, I think. Anyway, so I post this one joke, and it's gone a little viral. And not one person has commented anything negative. It's all been positive. It's all been good. I was even in North Carolina, and some woman recognized me, which was kind of cool, because I didn't expect that. But it's all been really upbeat and positive regarding the comedy. So anyway, this past week, some guy sends me not one, but 2 comments. And they were not nice comments. They were both not nice. I don't remember exactly what he said, but they were enough for me to take notice. So, of course, Ben, I had to go look him up. Like, I'm thinking, well, if this guy's like a really good comedian, or if he's got a lot of followers, like, do I need to listen to this guy? So I go to his page. He's got 88 followers. 88. So then I'm like, okay, maybe he's just one of those people. So I start looking at his videos, because he calls himself a comedian. Oh, Lord. First of all, as he was telling his jokes, nobody's laughing. He's showing the audience, and none of them are even looking at him or laughing at anything. So, of course, now my New York flared up, and I had to snap back at him. So we went back and forth a couple of times, and I realized that I was more angry because it was a fellow quote-unquote comedian. Now, I get people write things to me all the time, regular civilians, people who don't do stand-up comedy, because unless you've ever done stand-up comedy, you have no idea what it is. You have no idea what it takes to get up on that stage and do stand-up. Between writing the jokes, making sure they land, memorizing the jokes, getting up there, it's the most difficult thing to do. So I take critique from regular people because whatever. It's part of the parcel when you go on social media. But to get a criticism from another comedian, I thought that was really fucked up. What do you think, Ben? Do you think that's fucked up?
Yeah.
That
you're supposed to support each other.
You're supposed to. It would be like another podcast person coming on your podcast page, Podcast Junkie Studios page, and saying, your podcast studio sucks. Would you like that, Ben?
I'd fucking hate it.
What would you do?
I would do exactly. I'd go look, do some
Would you?
investigating, and be like,
Right.
"Wait, who were you even
Right.
telling?"
And
like,
imagine if this other podcast studio, who actually had the balls to say something to you, to come and step to you incorrectly. Imagine if you went to their page and they had 80 followers, and each of their little videos that they posted were jerk off videos. Like, how would you respond?
No, I think I would. I mean, did you message? Have you?
Of course.
Are you guys like
Of
in a?
I ate his face.
Yeah.
You know how I do it. But, it was just one of those things that really pissed me off.
Honestly, I think I'd probably call you. I'd be like, Sharon, what is going on with this guy?
Ben, you're hilarious. But listen, so I just want to, I brought up this story because tonight's guest is someone who I have admired since I first got into stand-up in, when did I get into stand-up? 2018, I think, or 2019? I don't remember when, but it's for a comedian, that's not a long time. I'm considered actually kind of a newbie in the comedy world, but I have always admired this woman. She is fierce, she is fearless, she's adorable, she's funny as fuck, and she is a nationally touring comedian. She's not just like that jerk-off, open mic bullshit. Like, this girl knows her stuff. And she's always been very supportive. She's just amazing. But what I love about her most of all is she's not only just a comedian. She's an actor. She's a writer. She's a musician. And she's talented AF. And more than that, she's so gorgeous. I can't wait for you guys to see her. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce to you Ms. Esther Ku. Ba-da-bum! Woo!
Thanks for having me.
Welcome to the show. Welcome to We Talk Funny.
What an intro.
Well, listen.
Number 33, Scottie Pippen.
Hey,
The
she's
Bulls.
talking sports. You know I don't do that.
Well,
Maybe you don't know
You guys
that.
were like, what's 33?
All it means to me is it's almost double. It's like half my age. That's
Yeah.
what that means.
Well, don't focus on that.
Well, what?
And don't focus on that guy.
Oh, fuck that guy.
Yeah.
But you and I were talking a little bit about that, and you had some interesting insight into that, and about how people like to judge, and people like to critique, and people like to say things that they don't even know what.
But
they're
the minute
talking
you
about.
clicked on his profile and saw that he has only 85 followers, weren't you like, whatever?
Of course, I was like, seriously. So
yeah.
that's why then I had to do the deeper dive. And see, because he had all these videos posted. And, from this bar and this pub and this, backyard and this gas station, that's where he was performing. So it was really like, dude, stop. Just.
He's so new, he doesn't even know he's not supposed to be criticizing other comics.
But I got news for you. I don't care if you're new or if you've been doing comedy for 20 years.
It's just
It's not
common
the thing
sense.
to do.
You don't do that.
You don't go on somebody's page on their post where they posted a joke and write a really
Write
rude
it in your
comment.
journal, dude.
Write it in your journal. Or guess what? DM the person. You can DM the person. Say, hey, listen, I watched your joke. Here's what I thought. Just a little constructive criticism. Whatever you want to do, but you don't do it on a post.
People don't want unsolicited advice.
You better believe it, girl.
Nobody wants unsolicited advice. Even when people say like, hey, can you give me some notes on my set?
Nope.
It's like, yeah, you heard me laughing, right? That was the note.
That was the note. And that's something that I love about you. You are very supportive. I don't know if you remember this. You probably don't because you've done a million of those contests, best of, best this, best female, best. But I haven't done many of those. I think I entered 2. And one of the ones I entered was like...
The Funny in Pink?
I think that was it. So
Yeah.
You do remember.
I
Thank
do
you.
remember. Yeah, you were
I was
hilarious.
so scared. I think I even mentioned that. I was
It's
like...
scary putting yourself
so
out there in a
scary.
contest like that.
And I was really new.
getting compared to other people, but your jokes are different and it's subjective.
But you were laughing the hard, like, you were laughing
I was
so
voting with
loud.
my laugh
Yes.
during your set.
And you made me like feel so happy. I was like, oh, I was making Esther laugh.
Aw.
Maybe I'm funny. And then I thought maybe she feels bad for me. And
No, I was laughing genuinely.
you're awesome though. And then the other time I remember performing with you, we were on the same lineup. Was at the Boca Black Box.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember how we were in the little room first and we were so sold out that they had to put us in the big room?
Oh my God.
Do you remember that?
I just did it on Saturday too.
I know, and I was like, how did I not know that you were there? I only knew about it the day after
Oh my God.
when, I saw your post, and I was like, God damn it, because I would have went.
You know,
I would have went to support you.
it was such an awkward show
Why?
because I think the people who were there, I think they meant to go to like a music show, and then the band canceled, and so I think they were offered tickets to my show as like sorry, the band.
Sorry, the band's not here.
Sorry, the band didn't show up, but if you want tickets to this comedy show, and they were like, sure. So it wasn't like a traditional comedy club audience. Like they almost didn't know what to do.
Yeah. Well, they saw the name Esther, and they were like, oh, it's Esther. She's going to be a wonderful Jewish comedian.
Well, I mean,
they
my
wa-
picture's there, so you could tell I'm not. But no, I had fun with them.
Do you think they could see?
Yeah.
I mean, you thought they could actually see?
It was at night. Their night vision isn't so good.
That's
So
what I'm talking about.
yeah.
That's what I mean. But yeah, so, Randy Singer's great with you, right?
Yeah, he
you
books me a lot.
and yeah, he likes you.
So, and then Daniela's been working there, and she's like done amazing things with the club, like
Yes.
hanging picture frames on the walls, so the
Yes.
walls are not just bare.
Right.
She's giving it a lot more character.
It's a great venue.
So,
Boca Black Box is a great venue.
yeah.
And
I mean, I did
everybody
it. I
knows
did it when it was New York Comedy Club,
Yeah.
like 20 years ago.
Yeah.
When I was living in New York.
Yeah, so you're not originally from New York, though. She's from Chicago, Sherry. So Sherry lived in Chicago for many, she's not originally
Sherry.
from Chicago, but she lived there for how many years, Sherry?
Oh,
Like, how many years? Many, many years. So
Cool.
I saw that you were born
Yeah,
and
I'm from
raised- you're
Chicago.
From Chicago. And then you ended up living in New York.
well, I went to Boston first.
Right.
And then I went to New York.
So did you go to New York to pursue comedy? Is
Yeah.
that what you set out to do?
Yeah, I was living in Boston. So, so I graduated college in Chicago, and I got really lucky. I got this great job when the economy was like amazing in 2003, right? 2002. So I got this job working for Sharpie selling pens. And I had a company car. I had a trunk and a basement full of pens. I gave pens to all the comedians. They loved me because I'm like, here you go. And
Have a pen.
back then you didn't even have a BlackBerry. You wrote your jokes with pens.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So I had this great job. Then I got laid off during like the downturn of the economy.
Right.
But pens are the first to go because Blackberries came out and everybody's getting digital.
Right.
So
Who's buying pens?
who's buying pens? So I'd like to say I was at Sharpie during like the heyday of Sharpie though.
Sharpie's heyday.
I was because that's when I was there during the inventions, the best inventions of Sharpie, the mini Sharpie, the chisel Sharpie, the liquid Sharpie, the retractable
The
Sharpie.
sparkly Sharpie? The one that's like
Oh, the
glittery?
metallic
Yeah, the
Sharpie.
metallic Sharpie.
Yeah, that can write on like,
on
dark
anything.
surfaces.
Yeah.
So I was there in the heyday. And not that I was like the marketing director, I was just a sales rep, but it was like amazing to be, part of a
Now,
company.
did you quit or did they fire you?
No, they laid me off.
And with a good, layoff
A good
package, I
severance. Oh, I negotiated my severance
Oh, good for
package.
you. Good.
But that's when I moved to New York. And when I look back at that, I'm like, I was so crazy moving to like
You were
the most
ballsy, girl.
the most expensive city
You were ballsy. I
in the
love it.
country when you have
love it.
no job. But I
Why not?
had been going to New York and doing, open mics
Open mics and
and stuff.
getting
I was
familiar with the
meeting
terrain.
people like when I was living in Boston. So it I always tell young comics, if you want to move to New York, go there a couple times a year.
Right.
If you want to move
Check
to
it out.
LA, go there a couple times a year, plant some seeds, do
Right.
some shows, meet people
Right.
before you move to kind of like, so you're not brand new when you get there. So it was easy for me to move there. And plus I was so young, you're just young and stupid.
And having fun.
Yeah. So
How did you end up leaving New York and coming to Florida?
well, and then I was in New York for like 7 years, and it's hard, It's
I know, girl.
It's a tough grind.
Yes.
And I thought I would be there forever, and I just was like, I don't know, I'm kind of a little burnt out, And then I came down to Florida. I did a show at New York Comedy Club, which is now the Boca Black Box. And I was like, oh, this is nice. And I felt guilty because it's like New York has this like hold on you, and they brainwash everybody to be like, if you can make it here, you can make it anywhere.
Right.
And they really like sell you on the grind.
Right.
But I was like, you know what? I've put in like so many hours. I've done so many shows. I've taken the train back to Queens at 2 a.m. after doing 5 shows all around the city.
Right.
With
running from club to club to
yeah.
club to club.
And I was like, you know what? I deserve a break. And I was like, I'm moving to Miami.
For you. So you ended up in Miami first?
Yeah, so I came to Miami.
Do you still live in Miami?
I do.
Where do you live in Miami?
I'm right in the middle of Miami.
Oh, good for you.
So at first I was like embarrassed to move because like the whole New York mentality is like, don't give up, put in the work, and
Yeah, they shame you.
Yeah.
I know, I still get it.
And so I kind of almost moved here like embarrassed. And I was like, oh, I'll just go there every month.
Right.
And I'll still do my auditions, and I'll go back and do my shows. And then that fizzled out a little bit.
Did you keep your New York number?
No.
Okay.
But it's just like now I'm like, who cares? Now everybody knows I live here. But
Right.
at the time, I was like felt a little shamed,
I totally
like I gave
get it.
up.
I get exactly what you're saying. Because even now, I'm living here since 1998, okay? And I still have all my friends from New York, and some of them come down to visit me even and whatever, but it's the same mantra. How
Right.
can you live in Florida? Don't you miss New York? And I'm like, first of all, my daughter lives in New York. I fly back and forth. It's not a big deal.
You can be there
I can be there in 2.5 hours.
in 2 hours and still have the whole day.
Right.
It's not
Exactly.
like LA where you lose a whole day.
Exactly. So I don't feel bad at all.
I know. And so many people, it's like they make New York City their identity that they can't imagine leaving New York because they've made it their identity.
Right.
So if they left, what identity would they have?
Right.
Outside of, I'm a New Yorker.
Right, exactly.
So you're able to thrive without living there, and so am I.
Exactly. I love it. I love that you live in Miami. I lived in Miami briefly.
You did?
I actually lived in Surfside,
No way.
believe it or not. Yeah, before the collapse. And I have to tell you, and this is going to sound so horrible, forgive me, people, don't get mad at me, but I couldn't take that nobody spoke English. I don't speak
See,
Spanish.
I speak Spanish, so I don't even mind.
Right, so, because you speak the language.
Yeah.
I do not. I speak poquito.
So it's hard. So I see why you're up here.
So yes, so I didn't know the language, and it was a real language barrier, and
It's another country.
I gave up when I was in Publix, and the woman working in Publix started yelling at me in Spanish because I didn't speak Spanish, and I was like, "This what?" And she was like, Espanol. And I was like, no, where are the P's? And she was like, Espanol. And I was like, that's it. I'm done. I'm
You know what?
Back
I've
north.
translated for people at the
Yeah.
post office.
Yeah. I couldn't do it. I
Yeah.
just was so frustrated because I like talking to people. I love talking, and I couldn't talk to anybody.
Yeah, I know. A lot of people don't know English in Miami.
Yeah, so it was very frustrating. But I worked so much in Miami. As you know, we're performers, so a lot of the work is in Miami. When you're acting, even stand-up, a lot of the work is in Miami. So I ended up just commuting a lot.
Yeah.
Doing that drive up and down 95, the corridor, So.
Do you speak Italian?
I don't.
No.
I don't. And I have to tell you, when I went to Italy, and I've been there twice, and I couldn't wait to just hear the Italian men speaking Italian to me. I was like, oh, just speak Italian to me. And they were like, no, I have to speak English.
I want to practice my
I want to
English."
practice my English. And I'm like, no, come all this way. So
You're like, no, seduce me.
sound like the guy in Miami. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
no. So it was interesting how most people in Italy, most of them spoke English, and they spoke beautiful English, by the way.
Oh, everybody
I was really
speaks
impressed.
English in Italy.
Right.
And then also, not only that, when I was planning my trip to Italy, I was on YouTube learning Italian to like prepare.
Right.
I'm watching like hours of like learn Italian on YouTube.
And they don't want to speak Italian.
And then I get there, and every waiter is Filipino or Indian.
Oh, how
And
funny is that?
like, what a waste that was. Like, let me find a real Italian to practice my Italian on.
Forget it. I love Italy. Like,
Oh my God.
I would move there.
Isn't it so hard to come back?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. One of my, I will say this too because you're a comedian, but one of my jokes when I came back from Italy was, thank God they only weigh the luggage and not us.
Oh, I gained 5 pounds in Italy too, eating those pistachio croissants.
Oh, girl.
Yes.
Man, I ate my way through Italy. Well, I ate and drank my way through Italy because the wine, there's no sulfites. And so I suffer from migraines.
Oh,
here.
no.
But that doesn't stop me from having a cocktail or a glass of wine.
Yep.
But in Italy, I never got a headache. I never got a headache. So I was like, like I was so happy.
Wow.
Yeah. There were
Can
no
you just
sulfites.
buy Italian wine here?
I think something happens when they, when they ship it over or something. I
Yeah.
can, or I could pay like $300 for a bottle of wine.
Worth it?
But, probably. But I just loved I loved the people, I loved the food, I loved the wine, I loved everything about Italy. I just loved it.
I did get to practice my Italian on this woman. She was a limo driver.
Ah.
She was at the bottom of the stairs in my hotel, and she was holding a sign that said Andrasco. So she's waiting for this family named Andrasco, right? And I learned how to say I am. So I'm walking down the stairs of the hotel. I go, sono Andrasco. And she lit up like she'd been waiting there for 20 minutes. Like, ah.
So did you take the limo
I go,
ride?
just kidding.
I would have hopped right in that limo. Oops.
Who knows
I
where
thought
they were
that's how
going?
they say Esther in Italian.
Yeah, oops.
Andrasco. So tell me, when did you realize that you were funny? Like when did you realize like, hey, I think I want to get up on a stage and tell jokes? Like when was that?
You know what? I was always funny probably since I was a kid, really.
Like you were the class clown?
I was hilarious. Yeah.
Always.
I was.
You were always making people laugh.
Yeah. But like at other people's expense.
My girl. My girl.
Like, well, so at school we would have parent-teacher conferences, and everyone would be like, oh, your parents didn't come. What happened? And I go, oh, my mom's in the hospital. And they're like, oh, is she okay? I'm like, yeah, she's fine. She works there. So, so I was kind of a little asshole like that.
Right.
Making jokes like that all the time. And then when I was in 8th grade, the librarian at my school, she actually nominated me to host a talent show.
Oh, wow.
In our grade school. And she came up to me and was like, Mrs. Henry, she goes, you're so funny. You're always making your friends laugh. Why don't you host a talent show? But like, I didn't know how to do comedy. I didn't know. It's one thing to make your friends laugh in a library when you're supposed to be funny.
Right.
I mean, quiet. And then to get up on stage in front of your whole grade school.
And how did you do?
I prepared some jokes. I even had a co-host. My friend Shamoli was my co-host. And I even choreographed a little Taekwondo number. with my brother who got nervous and didn't show up to school that day. So my friend Sarah had to like fill in for him. Like
Show must go on.
all these things happened, right? And I planned these jokes, and I even borrowed my band director's like marching band drum to play the Energizer Bunny to have a commercial break in the middle of the talent show. So I went back and forth.
hilarious.
But I just felt like I was just bombing. I was like, oh my God, this is so much harder than just making your friends laugh at the lunch table.
Right.
So, but I guess like that didn't stop me though. You know, like
No.
I bombed,
And
but
then you wanted more.
or maybe I felt like I bombed. I'm sure I bombed, but
No, you didn't.
yeah. So that was like my first time really on stage trying to tell jokes when I was,
Right.
I guess, 13 years old.
and then you got bit by the bug.
Yeah. And then everybody just at school was like, oh, you're so funny, or you're so annoying, shut up. That's why, like,
That's when you're good.
online
That's
trolls.
when you know you're good.
Online trolls like don't, bug me at all. People have said it to my face in the 90s,
That's when you know you're good.
so
Yeah. Shut up.
yeah, they're like, don't encourage her, shut up, don't laugh.
You know what I want to know? I want to know how did your parents take to your I want to be a stand-up?
I mean, I never told them I want to be a stand-up
What did you tell them
comedian.
you want to be?
Well, I actually wanted to be a musician. I wanted to study music
You play the piano.
in school, yeah. But I played the oboe when I was a kid, and my parents like put me in private lessons. I was like memorizing concertos and entering music competitions. And like I won stuff. Like I was an accomplished musician at 13.
You're very talented. That's what I
Oh,
was
thank
saying,
you.
Because I've watched.
So I wanted to study music in college, but my parents were like, "Oh, you're not going to make any money, so study business." And that was just like, business is just kind of like common sense, It's
You
like
have a degree in marketing.
I do have a degree in marketing, which is stupid.
Yeah, we both have the same stupid degree.
Isn't it so
that we do
stupid?
nothing with.
Like you could just watch a YouTube video and learn
Right.
marketing. It's so dumb.
Exactly. And send away for a piece of paper that says, I have a degree in marketing.
Yeah, so I felt like my college, I really regret studying marketing. I wish I would have just stuck to I wish I would have studied music, actually. But, so I never told them I want to be a comedian. I was always just funny,
Right.
And my mom was funny. So
Oh, good. So,
So
they have a sense of humor.
I got it from her, probably,
Yeah.
And then I started stand up in Boston. And then, like, people told my parents, like, oh, she's doing comedy.
But you were achieving success, though. Like, you weren't just bringing it up again, just doing open mics. You were getting booked. You were doing shows. You have done, I have your life here. This is your life.
My cité.
Yeah, you did, like, you were on Wild 'N Out, you on Last Comic Standing, you were the only female finalist, right, from New York City to be on Last Comic Standing?
Yes, I auditioned for Last Comic Standing when I was living in New York.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
And, that's super impressive. And how long had you been doing, professionally, stand-up at that point?
I started, that was probably like 6 years into it.
So that's unbelievable.
Yeah.
That's phenomenal.
It was a little early, I felt.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And,
actually.
yeah,
Like if I would suggest people wait, before you get like such big exposure.
yeah. What do you think about Kill Tony right now?
I think it would have been amazing if we had it when we were, coming up. It's such a great tool for these young comics. They get on and go viral, and they're an overnight sensation.
Yeah.
Right?
They're not all young though that go on Kill Tony,
Oh, are you going to go on?
Hell no. Hell no. I would die. Because they would tear my shit up.
You think that, but
they would tell me.
they wouldn't.
No, they would.
But
I'd come out with this
they would
accent
they
and you'd
would
go,
if you
Oh God.
No, but it's all in good fun. They would tear you up if you
Have you gone on Kill Tony?
No. No.
You should. You're so fucking
I mean,
funny.
I know all those guys, you know? It's kind of like not for, it's for people coming up,
Yeah.
I think,
Yeah.
you know? Because
Yeah,
it's
I
going to be
love-
weird. I
I
on.
love that. You know Winston. You
Yeah.
know Sir Winston. I'm so happy for him because he made the move to Austin
Oh, wow.
from here. I don't know if you remember. He was living here,
Yeah.
kind of just doing nothing. And he moved to Austin, really. And he moved to Austin and got on Kill Tony, and they just loved him. And now he's one of their regulars. And
Right. It's a combination of luck
Yeah,
and hard work, you know?
Yeah.
Because once they pick your name,
Right.
you have to be ready.
right. The bucket pull.
So
Yeah.
you could be waiting, you know? There's
know.
so many comics.
I know. I know a couple of people who went from here, made the drive or flew
Yeah.
to Austin, hoping, they're on the, trying
Right.
to get that bucket pull. And if you don't get the bucket pull, what do you do? Like,
You just keep
okay, I'm
showing
moving
up,
in.
trying to do the bucket pull. Yeah,
but isn't it
when
like
I
once a
when I
week?
started? There wasn't as many comedians. It was like
Right.
such a small community.
Right.
It's crazy
Now
how
everybody's a comedian.
huge it's blown up.
Everybody I meet is like, oh, yeah, I do stand up. I'm like, you do?
You're like, I'm just trying to
Where?
get a refill on my Coke.
Yeah. Like, where do you do stand up? Oh, and my favorite, though, is that, like, oh, let me hear, do you have some joke? Like a joke, like
Yeah.
a crafted joke. And they're like, nah, I do crowd work. Everybody does crowd work now.
Yeah.
It's crowd work. And I'm
Right.
like, so you don't have any jokes? And they're like, well, I do crowd work. That's where my jokes come from. I'm like, great. Like, and that's not,
Yeah.
that's not to say that there's not real comedy in that. Like, Matt Rife and,
Right.
people who master crowd work. They're just geniuses. And I could never, like, I do a smidgen.
Yeah, where like you said, like you acknowledge that you're still very young
Yeah.
in the game.
Yeah, very.
You know?
I mean, to me. And I don't even do a lot.
Well,
I
the
don't
first
perform a
10
lot.
years that I did stand up, I didn't do any crowd work. It's terrifying to jump into the
Terrifying.
crowd. Like, it's better to, like, stick to what you know rather than, because anything can happen the minute you step into the crowd. Somebody could be funnier than you, and
That's
you're
right.
risking that.
That's right.
But-
An audience member could be funnier than
Yeah.
you. So listen, before we go any further, we just have to take a 1-minute break. We're going to let one of our sponsors do
Ooh.
their thing. Deck Masters of South Florida. Look how fast it.
Let's thank one of our guests, Deck Masters of South Florida.
That's perfect, Joe. And you can call John at Deck Masters, and maybe he can help you with your little problem.
What are you talking about? I don't have any problem.
That's not what I heard. Word on the street is you have a very small deck.
What? My deck is not small. It's fun size.
Yeah. That's what they all say.
My girlfriend loves my deck.
Oh, yeah? Then why is she always coming over and laying on my deck?
What? You have a deck?
Oh, yeah. And it's very big. And your girlfriend? She loves it.
I give up. Give me John's number. I give up.
Hey, Joe.
Hey, John.
I can help you with your problem. I am John, the deck master from South Florida. Damaged deck? No problem. Discolored deck? No problem. Need a new deck? We got you covered. I'm like the deck doctor, only better. Deck Masters of South Florida covers all your deck sizes. Decks, docks, boardwalks, pergolas. We got you covered. Big decks, little decks, no problem. You send me your deck pick, I'll take care of the rest.
Call Deck Masters
At
at 561-255-7921. Welcome back to the We Talk Funny podcast and our very special guest, Esther Ku.
Thank you, Sharon.
Thank you, Esther. So what were we talking about before we were so interrupted?
I don't even remember anymore.
Yeah, so we were talking about performing and just getting out there and performing. And like you were saying, you were doing it 6 years when you got on the Howard Stern show.
Oh, yeah.
And how you felt like you were a newbie.
Well, again, like you say, you'd be terrified to go, like they would tear you to shreds. When we went on the Stern show, we were so nervous. I mean, I was.
I bet.
Because like he makes fun of girls all the
Yeah.
time. So I thought he was going to make fun of us and stuff, but he didn't.
Wow.
And like, you know, I think if you show up and show that you have jokes and that you take your craft seriously, like they're not going to rip you to shreds.
Right.
So
Well,
I think you'll be fine.
I think if I ever go, I've been to Austin, but it was back in 2019, and I haven't been there since. But if I ever did make it back to Austin, I would definitely call up Winston.
Or when they come here,
Yeah.
you know, because
Yeah,
they
do
come, they
here.
travel. So
They do travel.
Or you could go to the one in New York at
I could do
Madison
that.
Square Garden.
Oh, forget about it.
Forget
Are you
about
Are
it.
you serious? That's gonna be berserk, that one. But yeah, I think it's a great, like you said, it's great for up and coming comedians.
I
that
know they're
wanna get
really
out there.
elevating a lot of
Yeah.
young comedian voices that you know you wouldn't know about.
You would never know about.
You would never know about.
Yeah, there's a girl. I don't know if it was this weekend. She may have already performed, but right here at the studio at Meisner Park, that was on Kill Tony. She was on like 3 times, I think.
I know
And she
it gives
performed
them
this
so
weekend.
much visibility.
Yeah,
It's
so
crazy.
It's really great. So tell me, you are also an actor. So you have a nice resume on IMDb.
It's a small resume.
No, you have a nice resume.
Most of my resume stuff is just me playing myself, though.
Okay, but
I think.
I know you've done some voiceover work, right? Do you do a lot of voiceover work or?
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I always wanted to break into that.
It's so competitive. It
is, right?
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, voiceover work is.
I've auditioned for voiceover cartoons, and I would spend hours recording, editing, emailing, submitting.
Nothing.
And the only voiceover job that I've ever gotten was from like somebody seeing me on a podcast.
And then they said.
And then they were like, "Oh, I want her." So
it was like a direct booking.
yeah, exactly. So to actually do it through an audition, I'm like, this seems impossible.
Yeah. It's
So
like
I just stopped auditioning for voiceover.
people who've been doing it for years, it seems like those are the people who just keep doing it.
Yeah, the ones who are really like their whole livelihood is
Right.
voiceover.
They have a studio in their house.
Yeah, they have like the super good microphone
Right.
and
That-
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
I just thought it was like a cool gig, you know?
Yeah, people think like you could just do it like, oh, I want to do that in addition to this, but it's a whole industry. It's
it's a
a monster.
I've done ADR a couple of times, you know, where you get in the booth and, you know, you're doing the ADR and I really liked it. Like, I just thought it was so cool, and I thought, gee, I wouldn't mind doing this. You're in the booth by yourself.
Right.
You know, like, I like this. You know? But, yeah, it's just another medium for what we do as entertainers. Really.
Yeah.
So, but what do you prefer of everything that you do? If you could do anything, like if, you know, I could go, ding, tomorrow you can be a professional, ding, and live out your life as what does that look like?
I would love to have a cover band.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I love that.
I post videos of me. What do you play, Ben?
I play drums.
Oh my God, I'm always.
4 cover bands.
What?
I need a singer.
Oh my God.
I'm so. Wait, you play piano?
I play piano, guitar. Yeah.
I don't have a. We gotta talk.
You got to talk. You got to talk.
Oh.
So Ben has a band. He does a lot of music. It's really his passion. You know, we're just, you know,
Cool.
he just does this for fun.
Right.
But he is also, like yourself, musically gifted. I find that a lot of creatives, they usually have more than one gift.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't. I'm not musical at all. I might be able to play the triangle, maybe.
Yes.
would be about it. Bing.
Oh, we need a triangle player.
Listen, if
So-
you ever need a triangle, if you ever need a triangle, girl.
So I would love to have like a cover band doing like 80s covers and country music.
Oh, you're talking dirty to Ben right now. You're totally talking dirty to Ben. So you two have to, connect.
And you know what's so funny? I post like these videos of me like singing cover songs on my Instagram. And then again, I get the haters like we all get, right?
Yep.
And like people that I've known for years that I personally know in person, they're like, stop it, please stop. They write a nasty
No, they
don't. Because most I'm a comedian, so
they think you're kidding.
So when they see me do music and singing, they're like, please stop. And what they don't know is that before I did comedy, I was like,
You're a musician.
I'm a classically trained musician. And so I know you don't know me as a musician, but this is actually what I do when I'm not doing comedy. I listen to songs. I'm listening to Shania Twain on repeat on the way up here, and then I'm learning how to play her song on piano or guitar or something, you know?
Well, that is one of the things that I did know about you, believe it or not. Not that I'm stalking you or anything, but I have, because we are Instagram friends, follow each other, whatever you call it. So I do see your videos, and you do post your videos of you playing the piano, and I'm like, this girl is so fucking talented. Like, and it's obvious that you're not, it's not a goof or anything like that. You're serious about it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't ever really get paid to like play music. So for me, that's why I say it would be like a fantasy, have a cover band, or like I was thinking of emailing like some cruise ships, like, hey, I could do the lounge. I'll play like piano covers in the lounge and then do jokes in like the comedy rooms.
That's a great act too, though.
Yeah, like you just have to pay me. You
gotta pay me.
You just have to like put me up. I'm like two acts in one.
You know that. I know you know that. So the cruise ship, we have friends that, like Richie Minervini.
Yeah.
That's half his, half the year.
I know a lot of
cruise ships.
And it's so funny because when I was in Boston and people are such like comedy purists in Boston, like people would look down on anybody who does cruise ships. Like they're like sellouts or they're not good comedians. And now when I talk to people, they're like, yeah, I'm doing Icon of the Season. I'm like, that's awesome.
Yeah, it is awesome.
I'm like, man.
You're traveling.
That's amazing. But in our industry, people kind of do it on the hush-hush.
I know.
Because they think it's embarrassing.
I get it, but you know what?
What's embarrassing? You're getting a free cruise and you're getting paid? I mean, I guess what's embarrassing is running into the people like the next day at the swimming pool.
I guess. I mean, I used to be very friendly with someone, I'm not going to say his name, but who literally, like, every month he would do the cruise ship for Royal Caribbean. And what he would do is he would purposely not, like, go out and about.
Hide in his room or in the employee
like he was
quarters.
Really, more off. And he would get off the ship and he would go... and
be a loner on the island.
Yeah. Kind of, yeah. I guess it sounds weird, but I think if I were to do something like that, I probably would be similar.
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't be out there, like, hey, let's party, at the pool. I probably would not be doing that.
Yeah, because it's fun for like one drink after the show, but then you're at the poolside and they're like, hey, look, there's that comedian we saw last night.
Yeah. And I mean... I like I said, I know a couple of people who actually, and they do quite well.
Yeah.
They do quite well.
I know.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's not, I don't know. I don't think it's that bad, but
I'm like jealous. I'm like, oh, how do you get booked on these cruises?
I think of it as my plan B. Like if I ever
I'm like, this is my plan A.
Listen, there's no shame in that game, boy.
Yeah. There's so much shame in like industries and
I know, but
stuff like that. I'm like, I look at it, I'm like, that's so silly.
I just feel like if you're making money,
right? If you're getting paid to do it,
I say,
congrats.
Go do it. Go earn that bag.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I want to talk about a little bit more. Like you have a podcast,
Yeah.
Ku and the Gang.
Ku and the Gang.
Like Cool and the
well,
Gang.
I
but
used to
Kool
have a
and the Gang.
podcast.
You
I
don't do it anymore?
I don't do it anymore.
Why did you stop? Because right now everybody has a podcast.
I know. And this is this is an amazing studio that you have. You know, to be honest, I started my podcast and then I just kind of did everything myself. And there were podcast networks that reached out like, hey, do you want to join our network? And I think it was a mistake turning them down. I wish I would have gone with a network rather than producing everything myself.
Yeah.
Thinking I could do everything. And it was
not
just
easy.
It was so much. I was editing my own
It's so much
audio.
work.
I was doing everything that I was just like,
You need a Ben.
This is
You need a Ben.
I need a drummer.
You need a
drummer boy.
You need a drummer slash podcast producer.
Yeah.
His name is Ben.
So
Ben Castro of Podcast Junkie Studios.
So I love this studio. This is amazing. If I had this, I would have kept going. But, you know, when you're just self-producing,
Yes.
I just got so burnt out that, you know, I kind of retired it after a couple years.
You did it
you know?
for a while.
Yeah. So it was fun while it lasted, but, you know, and it was great to talk long form with comedian friends that, you know, you normally see at a show.
Right, and you can only talk for a few
But
minutes. in
I
the
always
green room.
compare comedy shows to like flights, you know, like the pilot and the flight attendant, you know, like we're like the pilot and
Great
the flight
analogy.
attendant. Because it's like they might not all know each other and we don't always all know each other, but we all know how to do a show
Right.
and they all know how to fly a plane.
Exactly.
And everybody just comes together and you might not see them for 6 months. You might see them next week.
Exactly.
Right?
That's a great analogy, by the way, because it's true.
It's true.
It really is true.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this, because we're still on the comedy topic. So when you get booked for a show, let's just say you have another show this coming weekend at the Boca Black Box. Do you tend to do the same, you know, you have your set, this is my set, this is what I do. Do you like still write? Do you add new material? Or are you just pretty much coasting? You know, do you still go to open mics to try out material?
I try to add stuff in the middle, but you know how we get excited.
Yeah.
We want to try out the stuff. So sometimes I make the mistake of trying it at the beginning because I want to just see if it works.
Right.
And that's always such a mistake. You got to sneak it in the middle.
Sneak it in the middle.
You
right.
gotta
come out and make
establish.
them right.
You gotta establish that, like, okay, I'm funny. You can trust me.
Right.
Don't look at your phone.
Right.
You know, and then come at them with the
Right.
new stuff in the middle.
Right.
But
Make
it's
sure
like-
they're going to take the ride with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then another easy way to write is pay attention to like what makes your friends laugh.
Right.
You know, you're just having a conversation with your friend on the phone or in person, and you make her laugh.
That's literally what I do.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God, that was so funny. Hold on.
Write it down. And we often don't write it down.
Right.
But you
go,
should.
I'm going to remember that. And then
You're not going to remember.
No.
So.
Never.
Yeah. So always write everything down. I write everything down. I'm like old school, you know, because I came from the Penn industry.
Girl, if I had my purse with me, so we're going to a birthday party tonight, right from here. And the person whose birthday it is, at first asked me, she said, it's making me laugh because everybody here knows I can't sing. She was like, can you sing a song for me? I said, get the fuck out of here. I cannot do that. But I could tell a couple of jokes. So now I haven't performed. So without getting into anything, because, you know, we don't get to talk all the time, but I had a really bad year. So I have only performed comedy, when I tell you, 3 times this year.
Oh, wow.
Right. So in my purse, I literally have like 5 pieces of paper, handwritten, my jokes.
Yeah.
Because I write them. I have to write. I don't type
Yeah.
because I don't remember.
We're old
If
school.
I'm typing, I don't remember. But if I write words, it goes in my head.
Yeah.
Because I wrote it.
It's also a good way to prevent dementia.
That's what they say.
Write for 15 minutes a day, and you won't get dementia.
That's what they say.
That's what they say.
That's what they say.
So just, you know,
How many minutes?
15.
I'm only kidding. Sharon. Stop it. So this was really great. So you drove all the way up here from Miami?
I did.
Well, we can't let you leave without feeding you. So what we're going to do is we're going to take...
Now you're speaking my love language.
We are going to take a
Food.
little second to announce and to let our other sponsor do their thing. But what we're going to do is I'm just going to say goodbye to Esther, because once we run this commercial for How You Doing Pizza, our time is up. But Esther, thank you so much for being here with us. We are so grateful for you.
Aww.
Ben is more excited than anybody because now he thinks he's got a lead singer. So you are welcome to come back anytime you're in the neighborhood, and I look forward to catching your next show. And we love you.
Thank you
and
so much for having me, Sharon.
And
This was so fun.
it's so much fun. And we're going to eat pizza now from How You Doing Pizza.
Yum.
Come with Joe and I as we check out one of the many locations for How You Doing Pizza.
So Sharon, what makes How You Doing so special?
The flour is organic, the tomatoes are flown in from New Jersey, the dough is fermented for 8 days, and it's a unique sourdough crust.
The mutz is local and cut in-house. The sopressata is flown in fresh from Chicago, and they always run monthly specials.
Well, let's take a bite. How You Doing is always fucking delicious. 4, no, make that 5 locations. There are 2 in Boca, 1 in Boynton Beach, 1 in Coral Springs, and now there's 1 in Vegas too. Go to their website, howyodoin.com, to find one nearest you, or call our personal favorite right on Palmetto Park Road in Boca Raton, 561-757-6434. How You Doing Pizza.
What the fuck? That's it?
Yeah, Joe, that's it. Until next week, when we have another fantabulous episode of the We Talk Funny podcast.
If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe to our show and leave a review on your favorite podcast platform at We Talk Funny. See you next Tuesday.
C-U-N-T.